I can't begin to tell you how excited I am to open this box. I've been waiting over a year. This box is from master luthier Ben Crowe, and he put up a Kickstarter campaign just over a year ago to help expand his business of building custom guitars. And in order to do so, he offered kit guitars in the Kickstarter. I've been following Ben since his days in the garden shed building guitars, and he did a series where he tried to build a guitar start to finish in under 24 hours. But it really influenced me and let me know that guitar building is something that's tangible. It's something that's not easy, and you have to know what you're doing. You have to study the craft, and there's a lot to it, but it is a tangible thing for everyone out there. When Ben announced his Kickstarter, I thought, of all the people I watch on YouTube, Ben is fighting the good fight and doing the right thing. He was building his business, and now it's gotten even bigger. All of the folks over at Crimson Guitars, I really appreciate what you do, and I know there are a number of people out there like me who want to support what you do in any way we can. One of the things that's probably made me laugh more than anything I've seen Ben do or talk about on his channel, Ben's really good at taking things in stride. And somebody once upon a time called him, Ben has tattoos all over his head. I'll put a picture up. But somebody was trying to insult him and they called him Salad Head. And I about lost it when I heard him say that. And the great thing is that Ben had a sense of humor about it too and had a real big smile on his face when he said it. So now, every time I see Ben, I think of Salad Head. This is supposed to be a PRS style guitar. And in all honesty, I've completely forgotten what kind of wood this is supposed to be. So it'll just kind of be a surprise. The CNC that Ben bought was he bought it to start making kit guitars or less expensive guitars that aren't necessarily hand built, and he found out that it was just as expensive to do them on the CNC. Takes just as much time, but this looks pretty fantastic. They've done an excellent job of sanding this down. This appears to be two pieces joined here in the center. We got routes for humbucking pickups, and of course he fights the same fight that anybody with a CNC does. I know the battle, Ben, is, you know, what is the surface finish when you're all said and done. The necks are not easy to make. I don't care who you are. There is a lot of effort and work put into a neck. This appears to be a mahogany. It may be a sapele. I can't tell the difference all the time between mahogany and sapele. There's a lot of versions of those woods that look very, very similar. It's nice and light. So it's a nice truss rod, no skunk stripe. There is a scarf joint here, and then this piece appears to be a glue-on here. So the tongue back here is a glue-on. So they probably do a three-piece glue up, so the tongue, the neck, and the scarf joint headstock piece, and then of course the fretboard. I would assume that there is room to fit these pieces. I could be wrong. I know this is going to have to acclimate before I do much to it, so you will not be seeing much of the build here, at least for 2 or 3 weeks. Actually, they did fit it, and it fits very, very nice. If I can get it all the way back in there. That's a pretty decent fit right there, just kind of out of the box. The bottom of the pickup routes. This is a typical, that's a typical issue with CNC machines, getting the bottoms flat, because generally you cut the pocket and then you come and you do one last pass on the edge, and if your machine's not really, really, really well indexed, it'll leave that little line there. This is going to be a very nice guitar, and I'm looking forward to, I'm going to say this is an ash here. That's my guess. Ben can tell me I'm wrong. But I'm going to attempt to do a carved body on this beast. I was thinking I would do inlays on the fretboard here, but I'll definitely have to take the dots out and work around the frets if I'm going to do that. I think in an ideal world I would have told Ben, you know, hey, leave the frets off of it and I'll inlay it and set the frets. But they've done a little bit of work on the frets, it looks like, in terms of getting them nice and filed. They're really, really well filed. I'll do a dress and a level and a polish when I get done putting the guitar together and it's had time to acclimate. So unfortunately, I am going to have to put this beastie aside for a while, and it's going to kill me to let it sit here, but I will let it sit because I don't want to mess it up. I know the humidity here is night and day compared with a lot of other places in the world, so I want to make sure that we're not going to have any stress due to me working on it too soon. Once again, thanks to Ben Crowe and the Crimson Crew. Tom, I know you were working on all of these, so thanks again for this. I'm really looking forward to the build and putting it together and playing this guitar. It will be a piece that I'll have for a very long time, and know that hopefully in some way it helped out Crimson Guitars, and in the same way Crimson Guitars helps me out with a really cool, one-of-a-kind guitar. Thanks, guys.